Yes, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. Uprising mode has started today, and in case you're new to this, because it was released for the first time half a year ago, and you might have not played this mode before. And as you can already see, and already have noticed probably from the news items, this is a 7 vs 7 mode in which you can respawn, in which you have special abilities. But the question is, what's the best way to really play this? It is a fun mode after all, it doesn't affect your statistics, but you can really help gain a positive outcome if you have a few little tips and tricks up your sleeve. And what you should not do, in my opinion, is just go all guns blazing, you're the Rumble mode style. It doesn't quite work, you will only be able to get maybe just one ability. What you should be doing is using your abilities to the best, like the Z50M is doing to me here. And the Arctag, he swung me around on my turretless tank destroyer, so he can now easily shoot me up the ass. I did manage to put the blood trail on him, giving me a little bit more in terms of damage. And you can see that I have been able to get a perk already, 2 of them. One of them is supernatural powers and the other is jacked shells, doing more damage to tanks. And using those abilities wisely, choosing them wisely, is key to being successful in Uprising. Because the more you do, the more elixir you will gain. For every shot of damage that you do to a tank, you can see those little drops on the left, those red drops. I'm at 165 now, I shoot the tank, blow him up, and I go to 200. So I think it's about 30 or 40 for every destroyed tank. You get about 20, 30 for every shot of damage that you do. I haven't been able to see if you get elixir as well for doing assistant damage. But doing all that, or doing all the damage, gives you a lot of XP. You can grind tanks very easily in modes like this, because there's a lot of hit points to chew through and a lot of hit points to be gained and regained. But as you grow stronger, going towards the end of the game, don't just go forward thinking, I've got my jack shells, I have my wolfpack skin thingy, I have my blood trails still there, I'm really strong, I'm invincible. You're not really invincible. I was kind of lucky that the HE shell that this E100 fired on me did not fully explode and then killed me. But you can see he put a big shell into me and then I managed to whack him. Because everything you do gives you a lot of elixir, and then you can just choose your skills wisely. And I'm gonna be a bit passive in the beginning here. As you can see, we're 1 minute into the game, 2 tanks are already dead. And I'm gonna use my Hunter's Mark, which a lot of the tank destroyers get. They get either Hunter's Mark or Blood Trail on the side of this well-armored T-34 turret. Big ass shell. 1014 damage. He lost his loader, he lost his commander, and the AMX CDC is going to finish up. Thank you very much. Then I want to try it on the SU as well, and I should have waited just a little bit longer, because you can see now the Hunter's Mark is available. I can roll around, I activate him, I tag him, I have that Hunter's Mark running, but there's no teammates available to shoot him. It works both ways. I can shoot a tank and do more damage, and if my teammates shoot a tank that I've tagged with Hunter's Mark, they do more damage as well. So key to being successful in Uprising, and if you've played it before, as said, then you probably know what to do, and this video is probably a bit redundant. But if you're new to the game and are playing this for the first time, key is not to push too aggressively into red lines. Tanks spawn, they respawn, they can respawn 3 times in total, you get 3 lives. So there's 2 respawns. Yeah, you get 3 lives, 2 respawns. And if you are in red spawn and they respawn, they will spot you and you will not spot them. Because everybody has this little shadow at the beginning. Some tanks have them as an active ability too. I have Hunter's Mark and I've got Hash, as a T49 was to find out. But if you are in red spawn, then get the hell out of there. Just go back to your own spawn. Don't push too aggressively into red territory. Make sure there are other tanks available that can help you out. And if you've been shot once by a big tank destroyer who marked you and then used Hash, don't rush in again. He went full retard on that AMX CDC and I managed to kill him. And you can see the CDC has put that last gasp ability on, leaving him on 1 hit point. And I'm just kind of slowly using everything that I have to get more elixir. As you can see, shoot up the back. Oh, yeah, baby. There we go, 929. And I've already accumulated 544 in terms of elixir. Oh, hello, Yak Tiger. Yeah, you missed. I'm gonna sit here, aim for your lower plate, and boom! There we go. And over 600. And that means that I can get 2 more abilities and I can shoot the cupola of the starters. There we go. Over 800, as you can see in elixir. If I would have wanted to, and I'm going to do that, I was able to gain all the remaining 3 abilities on my tank. Because I was a bit patient, a bit passive in the beginning maybe, but I didn't throw my tank away. And I haven't done that either using this P43 turn, because every tank gets the shadow in the beginning. It was called Chameleon in Mad Games, it's called Shadow in Uprising. Everybody gets that ability as they spawn. So you might start thinking, oh, look at me, I'm invisible and I'm really quick. I should rush towards the respawn and spot them all for my team. Well, little surprise for you, every tank is invisible at the beginning, man. I'm going to use that right over here. There's another enemy spotted, yes. Thank you. I'm waiting for the countdown, and boop, I'm gonna just sit here, chill here, spot him a little bit. The P43 Biss cannot spot me, but he's got time warp apparently, and I noticed that my shadow is down. Shoot him through the lower plate, and then he uses the time warp thingy, and he goes back in time, repairs his tank. But you can see that I've been a bit passive. And I've been able to get a 131 in terms of elixir at the moment, but I'm not gonna throw my tank away. Just gonna see what is happening. And there's a few isolated tanks over here. Gonna shoot this guy up the air. There we go. And then just roll in. Want to clear a tank. I wanted to try and help my P43 Biss. That didn't quite work, so we're gonna clear the VK. Thank you very much. Then we're gonna roll around and then hopefully shoot this guy, but he is using his shadow and he is now off the radar, so we're going to shoot the Cheeto, and we're just gaining elixir, gaining the blood drops, just to gain more abilities once I'm dead. But I'm not going to let that happen. He bounced, he's gone, right, let's go after this little bugger over here then, the AMX-12 team. I know he will not be able to disappear again, because he has the same ability that I have, he has the same cooldown time. I'm going to clear him, there we go, and then sit behind the building, just wait it out. And just keep the clock ticking to build up my blood drops, to build up my elixir. 3, 2, 1, there we go. I'm invisible. Yes, thank you very much. Hello, Helsing, I'm gonna shoot you. And there we go. Because you are invisible up until the moment that you shoot. It ends this effect when you take a shot or when you receive damage. And you do have 30 kilometers in terms of maximum speed. Actually, you do get more engine power, which also allows you to climb up little hills. But by all means, use it wisely. And you can see I've been using my tank wisely. I haven't died yet. I've done 2k of damage. I have 435 blood drops. Getting shot by the AMX. Gonna use HE. There we go. Yes, up the ass for you, baby. And we're up to 463. He's gonna get rammed by the T-37, and then we're gonna shoot him. Was hoping for an HE splash on the side of the hill, but yeah, that didn't quite work, didn't quite happen. I'm on 478, and this may not be the really exciting gameplay that you're looking for, but I wanted to include this full game to show new players how you should, in my opinion, play this mode. Because by all means, it is a game mode, it is a fun mode, it does not affect your statistics, but you can still play it to, well, somewhat perfection. I think when I get a lucky bounce on the top of the turret, that is funky, waiting for my shadow to reappear. There we go, yes, let's go. Still, the tank with just one ability, as you can see, and I get killed here. look at the VK. I think he wanted to shoot him, but yeah. I'm going to use Supernatural Power and Inferno. And I can unlock these 2 top abilities now, because I've been a bit passive, but then moved in at the right time and I gained enough elixir, and I would not have been able to do that if I went all guns blazing, Yodel, Rumble, Mustar, and I still have 2 lives now. I'm alive now, I can go 1 more, there we go. And then I'm going to shoot this guy, and I don't know what. Oh, that was Inferno. Yeah, I shot that guy and then he blew up because Inferno killed the VK. That's what happened there. That's what happened there. Gonna drive after chasing this AMX. And then he is going to disappear. Is he? Is he? Yes, he is disappearing. I'm not going to chase him. I'm going to chase him just a little bit, but then move back towards my team and try to help out because I've got Inferno. I'm looking at all the counters. 9 seconds ago to go unspotted again. And yes, Inferno is back. That's good. Can we go unspotted? No, we cannot yet. Yes, we can. VK is down. And now we're winning because it's 9-6. And if you look at the dots on top, Reds have got 5 tanks left, but they've got 6 live, which means that one of the tanks is still available to respawn. And I think that's going to be the Tiger 2. I'm getting hammered here by Inferno and other tanks as well, so going to shoot this VK. There we go, yes, hit him on the side. Thank you very much. He's only got 1 ability done so far by the looks of it. Not sure why, but yeah. And he is going to clear me eventually, but it's all well and good. We're going to use Last Gasp and Rapid Fire. And you can see what I've been able to do. If I had been a bit more passive, a bit less aggressive, then I would have been able to use Double Shot. I don't really like Double Shot unless you are in the end game for really close quarters fighting. It's not an ability that I would pick if you're really keen on grinding and if that's your first ability to do. I like the lightning bolt thingy, and I like Inferno very much, and of course Jagged Shells and the rest. I like to do damage, and I missed this Inferno shot on the Helsing on the move, and then I ram him, and I didn't want to shoot his turret, so I shoot his front plate and bounce, and nearly get annihilated myself. Right, he's down anyway. That's all looking fine and dandy. We're gonna just roll in towards the last remaining enemy, which is the Tiger P. And this kind of concludes my my little guide on Uprising. I hope you've liked it. I'm going to show you the end result of the game as well, because it is really good. We're going to shoot him and then he's going to burn to death. There we go. Boom! Thank you very much. He's on fire. The Tiger's on fire. And I've done 5,521 damage. And can I get one more shot in? Yes, we can, but we bounce. We go unspotted. Come on. Last little bit of damage wasn't to be. But, as I said, look at this. 16,135 experience gained, and all that experience with a little bit of boosters and an X5 that allowed me to unlock, in just one game, I gained enough experience to unlock the top turret and the top gun on this tank. So as said, it's a really good mode for grinding. Pantera, I'm on my way. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, Tankers of Blitz Universe. I'll catch you all on the next video. Cheers, happy tanking.